Hey, what's up? Sorry for the delays. The mini collab we hosted earlier took up most of our time, so we didn't have time to do this. You should all go check that out, by the way, if you haven't already. But now we have time to set aside to do this. You've given us an interesting VOD to work with because, to be frank, on a fundamental level you're pretty decent. You're at the level where picking around your fundamentals, what we normally do in VOD reviews, would just come across as nitpicking. However, on the thread you requested to discuss things such as your style, and this lets us talk about something a little different to our usual VOD reviews. Before that, however, we do have some comments about your animation, and as a freebie, we'll also be talking about another animation you did, Knuckles vs. Silver. For your Smashwall 2020 entry, there's a bit of negative space. We get why you zoomed out, to clearly show what both characters are doing, but they're zoomed out a little too much, and show a lot of the left side what doesn't have anything going on. Finding the sweet spot is difficult though, and it's something that we struggle with too, so it's just something to keep in mind. However, that camera issue isn't the case in your Knuckles vs. Silver animation, which is more focused, and in a variety of positions compared to your Smash Wall entry, where it was just in the same position for the majority of it. The issues in your Smash Wall entry are mostly addressed in another animation you did. And yeah, again, we said nitpicking is the best we can offer since your fundamentals are at a good enough stage. But what can you do from there? You said you want to find your style, and aside from refining your fundamentals, something you'll do naturally as you progress, it's difficult to find your footing for the next step. However, one thing we can't do, or anyone can't do, is just give you your style. Now, style is a tricky topic because that's something really you can only develop yourself. We'll use some of the members on Animation Team as an example to show you how we developed our own styles. Miles, for example, has a passion for weapons and puts a lot of detail and effort into working his weapons. His inspirations come from video games such as For Honor and general appreciation for armed combat, so his style revolves around those likes. I like kung fu movies like Ip Man, and work on trying to do hand-to-hand that's more down-to-earth with detailed choreography. Similarly, Warren also does this but puts more emphasis on heavy, weighty attacks, with inspiration mainly coming from fighting games such as Hugo from Street Fighter or Big Band from Skullgirls. Think about what you really enjoy and how you can apply that to your animations. And one thing we really recommend is putting yourself out there. Animate something outside of your comfort zone so you can widen your toolkit, either in private as small tests or in public works, but we really recommend the former. Try out some perspectives and dynamic camera angles. Try mixing up your choreography with some sprited limbs and rigging body parts. Try messing around with lighting and atmospheric mood. Try some background interactions. Try something more ambitious, fights with context, namely a story which makes the fights themselves more investing to the viewer and to you, meaning you can mess around with the choreography, background interaction, perspectives, and lighting to fit that story. This lets you tackle all these new things in one burst and lets you take your next leap. For example, Kaias's MBR against Drew, my upcoming project, Diza vs. Dark Horse, and Warren's upcoming project. The point is, just try something. Taking this next step may result in a lot of mistakes. Mistakes you can grow from, but that's what we, as AT, are here for. Feel free to DM us any of your work in progresses, though something substantial really helps for us to comment on. And we can help you work through whatever it is that you're trying to do. Hopefully this helps out. This is a different kind of VOD review, and we hope this answers your questions about how to develop your style and what next steps you can take to improve.